Hello and welcome to the Clever Tech Memes channel. Today I'd like to show you how to plot a CDF in Tableau using real-world sales data. First, I show you how to download the data and import it in Tableau. Next part of the video, I'll explain a CDF using a toy example. Finally, I'll plot the CDF in Tableau. So let's get started. Let's write in our Google Chrome Google data search, and the first link is data search Google. Google data search provides a very powerful and extensive functionality to find data sets over the internet. So let's write supermarket sales in Google data search. The first link is from Kaggle. It's supermarket sales, and it provides a historical record of sales data in different supermarkets. We can also find description about this data set. For example, in which branches these purchases have been done. Let's click on the Kaggle Explorer and explore the data in a new page. We can find description about this data further, about the branch, the city, and the unit price. We can figure out like how many quantities of an item has been done. So let's download this data. Okay, after the download is finished, we extract the data, and we have the data in a CSV format. We go to Tableau and import the data. We select the text file format, and we can import the data to our Tableau. Here we can see all the columns available in the data source, and we can see invoice ID, branch, city, customer type, gender, product line, and further columns like a unit price, quantity, in what price it has been bought and in which quantity, and the total purchase. So these columns are available to us. However, the important columns for us are the quantity and the unit price. Start explaining the CDF, let me bring an example or a toy data in which we can figure out how CDF is calculated. So some of you might be interested to know how this formula for CDF is calculated in Tableau. I'm explaining here how this formula is originating from. So let's just plot a table here. Let's suppose that this table has a customer column, it has a branch, it has a price column, and also it has the units sold, which is the quantity. For example, customer 1 in the branch A bought 5 items with the price of $300. I'm finished with the first table. In a cumulative distributive function, in the x-axis we have a dimension. Here our dimension is the price. We have the price of $300, $400, $600, and $800, and each of these prices will be mapped to a value on the y-axis, which is between 0 and 1. The chart would look like this. Now I would like to plot the second table just to let you know about the process, how this CDF is calculated. So, for example, for the price of 300, we have two customers. One is the customer 1 and the other one is the customer 5. The customer 1 bought 5 items and the customer 5 bought 8 units. So in total, customer in total with the price of 300 we have 13 items sold. Do that for the price of 600 euros, for example, we have 2 items from customer 3 and customer 6. In total we have 12 items sold, and for the price of 400 we have only 6 items sold. For the price of 800 we have 10 items sold. So for calculating the CDF, we just sum up the column quantity, and we can see that the total sum equals to 41. So for calculating the CDF, we divided the 13 by 41 and divide the sum of 13 and 6 by 41, and then divide the sum of 13, 6 and 12 by 41, and then divide the sum of all the 4 items by 41 for 800. So the corresponding value for 800 would equal to 1. In the end, the CDF is a value between 0 and 1. So I hope that you get an idea how the CDF is calculated by this toy example. Sum of the sum of the quantities divide by the total sum of the quantity. So let's go back to our sheet. And now we want to plot a CDF. Just click on the unit price and drag it to the columns. For plotting a CDF, we require the column to be a dimension. Always it needs to be a dimension. So let's change it to a dimension. Let's create a calculated field named CDF. For calculating the CDF, so we write running sum of the quantity divide by the total of the sum of the quantity. We click OK. And now we drag the CDF to the rows, and we have a CDF between 0 and 1. And now we drag the customer type to rows, and we can see that we have 2 customer types. One of the first type is the membered customers, and the second type is the normal customers. Now we can see that there are 3 branches, A, B and C, and the member customers. And regarding the member customers, there is a higher chance that the member customers buy higher quantity of the product at the same price in these 3 branches. Regarding the normal customers, the patterns are much more similar. It means that for all the branches, the probability of the quantities are very much similar, and it's hard to distinguish a difference here. Same price of $40, there is a higher chance for the member customers to buy more products or more quantities of items. You can change the look of your CDF plot by making it logarithmic on the x-axis or the y-axis. So let's click on the y-axis and just edit the axis. So we can make it logarithmic, so you can see that it doesn't look linear. So and for some ranges it might create for you more differences, and we can do the same also for x-axis. So if I click on the x-axis, I can make it logarithmic, so you can see that we create a little bit of a curve, and maybe for some plots it can be that the difference increase for them. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please do so. Thank you very much for your attention, and see you next time.